counts as a customer point? Okay. Well, whoops. You're coming in a little quick there. Any of our FDI VIP memberships count as a customer point. So if you guys are a rep, which everybody in here is, whatever membership you chose, that counts as a customer point. Now, I'm going to be honest, and maybe you guys can answer this for me. Remember I said the only difference between a customer and a rep is the training package? I have never in my life, I've been with these guys for 5.5 years now, I've never signed up a customer to use one of these memberships. I've never signed anybody up who said, oh yeah, I'll pay $69.95 a month to use all your services. Have any of you done that? Have you? You had some people? Why wouldn't they become reps? Don't have time, man. Do you like not having time? That's my next answer question. Do you like not having enough time in your life? You're the person who needs to do this the most. But I'm just telling you, if you sign somebody up just with one of our memberships and not a training package, that still counts as a customer point for you. But if you guys sign me up as a rep, and I got one of these 3 memberships, which I have to get one of these 3 memberships, that customer point counts for me then. That's my customer point, not yours. Follow me? But if you just sign somebody up as a customer, and they get one of these 3 memberships, that counts as a point for you. FDI Mobile, that counts as a customer point. So make sure you're using FDI Mobile. Make sure your spouse is using FDI Mobile. So now you've got 3 customer points right there, right? FDI hands-free counts as a customer point. Make sure you're using it. $9.95 a month. Make sure you're using it. Your spouse is using it. Your kids are using it. Okay, are we way over 6 customer points already? Mm-hmm. If you sign up for FDI Mexico, Asia, or our world plans, that counts as a customer point. If you buy an FDI video phone, and I hate to put this one on here, because it only counts as a customer point for 1 month. Because there's no reoccurring charge. So that one doesn't really even count as far as customer points, but it does count for 1 month. The other thing that counts as a customer point that I don't have up here is that if you spend $20 a month in wellness products from our wellness program, which we don't even talk about in our business presentations, I brush over it pretty fast. But if you use $20 a month in wellness, that counts as a customer point. So if you guys are just a product of the product, 1, 2, 3, I'm not going to count that one, wellness 4, you individually are 4 customer points. If your spouse uses FDI Mobile, that's 5. FDI hands-free, 6. I've got 3 kids, 7, 8, 9. Anthony, getting 6 customers is nothing. We don't want you guys to go to the mall and set up kiosks, because that's not where you make money. You make money in showing others how to get 6 customers. So these are all the different ways that you can gather customer points. Go out and get yourself 10 customer points and forget about it. You only need 6, but have a little bit of a cushion there in case somebody drops off. Because if you have 6 customers, that qualifies you for all 7 levels of our compensation plan. So far, so simple?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the second thing that we have to do, we have to build an organization of people. All right? How in the world are we going to put these 3 people into the business? Well, stop me if you've heard this before, but we could have the greatest financial opportunity in the world. But if we don't have anybody to share it with, how much money are we going to make? This whole business starts with a prospect list. You guys have got to make an inventory of every single person you can possibly think of without pre-qualifying anybody. Don't sit there and go, well, Mary, she would be very good at this. Because how do you know? How do you know who Mary knows? It's not our job to decide who's in and who's out. It's our job to get as many people as we know in front of the opportunity. Guys, I look at FDI like a piece of art. It's not our job to get people to like our artwork. It's our job to get people to the museum. Get them to the museum, parade them past this exhibit, let them stare at it for 35, 40 minutes, and then they can decide whether or not they want to join. That's why I have such a strong mental aspect to this game, because I don't care if people sign up or not. I don't care. My job is to get them in the room. Okay? Once they're in the room, I feel like I've done my job. Because when we show them the presentation, if they don't get it, they don't get it. And sometimes I'm thinking to myself, man, I feel so sorry for you. Why don't you see this? Don't you guys feel that way sometimes? You're like, I mean, seriously, I don't know how many guests we had a good number of guests here this morning. Probably over 20. Who's not coming in? Every guest that I talked to after the meeting is like, yeah, I'm in. And all they had to do was figure out which way they were coming in. But if I bring a guest to the meeting, and they look at this and they go, nah, that's just not for me. I'm like, it's okay. Because my mental attitude is, my job is to get you here. And so if they sign up, great. If they don't sign up, I'm like, so what? I did my job. I got them here. Who's next? Who's next on my list? Guys, you know, in this business, we promote two things. We promote big money and free time. That's it. It's big money and free time. FDI just happens to be the vehicle that we're using. Guys, we're not in the telecom business. Bill Andreoli's in the telecom business. We're in the opportunity business. We're in the opportunity business. And we promote big money and free time. And so I always get a kick out of people who say, oh man, that's just not for me. And I always look at them and go, is it the big money or the free time that bugs you the most? And I just sort of laugh. Okay? Make an inventory of everybody you can possibly think of. Guys, the number one reason that most small businesses fail today is because of a lack of working capital. Plain and simple, they run out of money. The working capital in our business are people. Are people. We will never, ever run out of people to talk to. And so as you're making your prospect list, take out your high school yearbooks. Take out a road atlas. Take out the yellow pages. Take out your Christmas card list. Take out your cell phone. And see how many contacts you have. That's where you start. You know, I had some guy say to me once, he goes, see, I don't know anybody. I don't know that many people. I said, can I see your cell phone? So I grabbed his cell phone and I looked at his contacts. He had 480 contacts in his cell phone. I'm going, hey, somebody stole your phone, man. Somebody put all their contacts in your phone. Right? God forbid, if you die tomorrow, how many people would show up at your funeral? Right? Those are the people you contact. Those are the people that you contact. So, make an inventory. Making a contact list, by far, is the easiest thing that you can do in this business. But you have to be careful, because it's the easiest thing not to do. And you sit there and go, oh, I'll talk to Lisa, I'll talk to Sue, I'll talk to John. But what about all those other people that you couldn't think of? You needed that memory jogger, that memory trigger to pull those names out. And I'll tell you guys, it is a sick feeling to show up in a business presentation and you look down the row and you go, Bill, what are you doing here? And Bill says, well, Lisa thought I might be interested in this opportunity. And you're like, oh, she did, huh? Because you know that Bill should have been on your list. So guys, don't worry about sending out 1 billion flyers, going to the mall and handing out your business card. I'm talking about when you're just getting started here. Make an inventory.